Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about how to save money while traveling in Australia. Let's get started. So first of all, this video is mostly directed towards international student, but if you are on any other kind of visa, then it might apply to you. But I'm going to mostly talk about from an international student perspective. So first of all, if you want to travel in Australia, you will need some sort of a transport. So we have two kinds of transport: public transport and personal transport. Let's start with personal transport. Your vehicle. So we have several kinds of vehicles which are accessible. So number one would be the bike. So your bicycle, which is very easy to buy and you don't need any license. That's the most easy thing. There are two kinds of bikes. One is the normal bike, which is the manual one, and then there is another one which is called an e-bike. E-bikes are mostly used for delivering food, and if you want to do Uber Eats and stuff like that, e-bikes are very popular. E-bikes are very popular in that category. So the next thing is a moped. A moped is a scooter which is of 50cc, so you don't need any special license for that. You can just use it on your driving license, with your car license. If you have a four-wheeler car license, then you can drive moped without any problem. So and that is 50cc, which will give you the best mileage and the best fuel economy, so you can save a lot of money there. And you can also rent it if you want to do it for Uber Eats and stuff like that. You can rent a moped for about $100 a week, which can come to $400 a month. And in that, if you're gonna use that for a really long time, I would suggest just buying a moped. That will save you a lot of money, because if you're renting something, then you of course will have to return it, and then you don't have anything to you. But if you want to buy it, you can buy it used for around $800 to $1,000. Then that way, even after using it for a couple of months, then if you want to send it back, then you still get almost the same amount of money back. So that's a good strategy that you can apply. Okay, so now when it comes to cars, of course, cars you can buy a car or you can rent a car. Mostly you will not be able to rent a car very easily, so you will buy a car. That is a better approach to buying a car, because if you want to rent it, then again you will be paying around $200 a week. That will go to $800. If you want to use it for 3 months, that will come to how much? $2,400. In that price, you can, of course, you can get your own car, which you can buy for from a mechanic or something, and then you can sell it back when you no longer need it. Don't rent a car, or don't rent a moped. You can rent a moped unless you want to quickly try out Uber Eats, or you want to just stay here for a while, for 2 weeks or something, and you want to rent it and then use it and then return it back. That's a strategy that you can go for. So these are the personal vehicles which you can use in Australia. Now let's talk about the expenses which you will be paying for this kind of personal vehicle transportation. So first of all, bikes will not cost you anything. You just have to buy the bike, travel it, ride it with your own body. So yeah, so you don't need anything. So second thing would be e-bike will cost you something, because it will take electricity from your home, so you are technically paying for electricity. So you will be paying for the e-bike. So it's not much. You just have to put it on charge, and then you can ride it for about 3 hours, or 40 kilometers or something like that. So that's a good thing. You can start from there, and that won't cost you a lot. So next thing comes to a moped. A moped's mileage is about somewhere around 50 to 60, depends on where you're riding it, if it's very hilly area or something like that. So but mostly it will be around 50 to 60 so per liter. And petrol prices are about $1.50. So if you want to fill up the tank, you will be paying around $6 to $7. Depends on the moped, of course. So $6 to $8, that will be your cost, and that will run you about 300 to 400 kilometers easily. So that's the cheapest option when it comes to expenditure. Plus you will also have to consider the rego cost. The rego is about $150 for 6 months for a moped, and the transfer fees is about $60. So I'm not sure what the current prices are, so please check with the transport and mains website or their office to know the up-to-date pricing. These are the costs for running a moped. So now when it comes to cars, there are several more costs attached to it, because of course the fuel prices are a lot higher for cars because the mileage is not that high. So you will be paying around, a full tank of fuel will cost you around $30 to $40 depending on what the current prices are and how much fuel is left in your car at the moment while you're filling the gas tank. So $30 to $40, that will run you about 300 to 400 kilometers depending on the size of the car and the mileage that the car has. So it will be roughly 300 to 400 kilometers, which is pretty good if you're making money off of it. I mean, of course it's not as cheap as getting a moped, but if you can afford it, car is the cheapest way to go. Okay, so now the next question would be public transport. Okay, I will also list down a couple of tips at the end of this video, so please make sure you watch it till the end of what to do and how to save the most amount of money in your situation. So let's get started. Public transport, we have several options. We have buses, we have ferries, we have trains. So for all of these things, you need to get something called a Go card. So a Go card is basically a transportation card which is from Translink. Translink is the government website or the government facility where they issue all the bus cards, or they are the ones who manage all the public transport. So you will get the blue card. Let me show you. Let me just quickly grab. Okay, so we're here back, and if you are an interested student, you will get something like this. Okay, okay, so this is the Go card. Okay, this comes in a case, and all right, so this is the Go card. Let's talk about how do we obtain this Go card. So what you have to do is just go to a 7-Eleven store, or there are other suppliers of this Go card. If you want to know what are the current suppliers for this Go card, you can go to the Translink website and search for Go card provider locator. Okay, so it will locate all the Go card providers or retailers from your location. So you can try to find out who that is, but you just have to go to them, and you need to pay $10 for this card. Okay, so pay $10 for this card, and then you can recharge it however you want. Mostly people go with $20. That's the bare minimum that you will need, because that's going to start from there. Okay, so you will be spending about $30 to get this Go card, and then once you get this card, there are a couple of things which you can do to increase the efficiency and save a lot of money with this Go card. Okay, first thing first, if you are an international student, then most likely you will get a tertiary student discount. Okay, that will give you 50% off on all Go card purchases. What are the basic fares? So most likely it will be around $4. $4 to $5 depends on how far that you're going and things like that. Depends on various factors. So when you're going to be paying, it's going to cost you $4. So if you have a tertiary student discount, then you will be paying around 50% off that. So you'll be paying $150, $2 approximately. That's considered very cheap if you're traveling from one region to another region. So there are multiple regions that are created in Translink. So if you are coming from south, or right, so that is considered a one region, and then you're going to the north, and that is considered another region. So when you're traveling with Go card, so you pay $2 here, and then you pay another $2 there, so that comes $4, right? That's a different region. But if you're traveling in same region, so if I'm just traveling in south and I want to take 5 buses, then I just pay $2 once, so that lasts for 2 hours mostly. So once you tap, that lasts for two hours. So you tap again for another bus or another train or another ferry, then you don't pay one more time. You don't pay. You just pay once, and that lasts for $2, 2 hours. Sorry, and that is how much that you can save. So ensure that you're traveling under 2 hours if you want to go somewhere really quickly, and then you just pay it once. And that is considered as one zone, and you just pay $2 and then come back. Hope that makes sense. Okay, now so that is one way that you can save money, travel in 2 hour limits in the same zones. and then you also get a student concession discount, and this is what it is. Okay, so these are the ways where you can save money, and what are the public transport and personal transport and the expenses. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys like this video and want more of such informative videos on international students and stuff like that, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, because a lot more of such videos will be coming very shortly. And I am using the Rode Wireless Go, which I bought recently, so hope the audio is clear enough, and it just allows me to be more efficient while making this video. So thank you so much for watching again, and stay subscribed and stay blessed. Bye bye.